Just a question of those of you who said you were single, which is the four of you besides Gabby. Are you truly single? Is my first question.
What's your definition of truly single?
Do you okay. I'll ask some clarifying questions here. Do you currently have a sneaky link? And we'll start with you.
Oh.
Close to the mic.
Kind of, but that's complicated.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
But you got someone you're kind of seeing, right? Kind of seeing.
A few
people you're kind of seeing. That's fine. Okay. How many? When you say a few, we talking 4 or 5? What are we talking?
I date around. My options
10?
are open.
11?
I don't know. Options are open.
Well, how many? Just give us a range. How many are you currently seeing?
Maybe like currently seeing. That's a hard statement. Maybe like 4 or 5.
So do you have like one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday,
whenever I feel like it?
Okay. 4 or 5 whenever you feel like it. And are you boys and girls or just guys?
Pretty much just guys.
Just guys. Okay. What about you?
I'm really single, like the definition of single.
Really single.
Really single. Yes. I don't have any sneaky links right now.
That's awesome.
Okay. So when was the last time that when did your relationship end? You said you were in like a 3 to 4 year relationship.
That ended like maybe like almost a year ago.
Almost a year.
Coming on a year.
Okay, so you've been really single for a year. Or maybe there's a little thing and then
yeah, like not even a rebound, just like me just being single, having fun, and then like right now or a while ago everyone disappeared, and then I've just been solo for the time being.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll get back to that. Nicolette, what about you?
I'm really single.
Come on. Come on, Nicolette.
It's hard out here in these
So you have OnlyFans, right?
Yes.
So isn't it, if you have an OnlyFans, you would never admit to your fans that you have a boyfriend, right? If you did have a boyfriend.
I did have a boyfriend at one time when I was doing OnlyFans, and I was open about it. Okay. I would like make videos with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about, and you strip too, right?
Yeah.
How many days a week do you strip?
Like 3-4 days.
If a customer comes in and he's talking to you, maybe he's going to get a dance, whatever, and he asks, do you have a boyfriend? What do you tell him? Let's say you do have a boyfriend, what would you tell him?
Back when I first started and I was like a baby stripper and I didn't know any better, I would tell the truth and be like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. It depends really on the customer too, like what they're looking for. But then eventually I just stopped because it like stops a lot of like awkward questions.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think that they would spend less money on you if you did have a boyfriend?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. What about you? So are you truly single?
I'm openly dating.
Openly dating?
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 5 as much as your friend here?
Don't lie.
Yeah, don't lie. What you got going on?
I would say like probably 2 or 3 that I consistently like talk to and go on dates with.
Okay. Like hooking up with or?
No, like going on actual dates with.
Stop the cap.
Come on. Come on. You're going on dates with, but you're not hooking up? No shame. No shame.
I'm trying not to like ruin my options by having sex like off the bat. So as of right now, I'm just like trying to go on dates with people.
So you think it would ruin your options if you had sex too soon?
I think a lot of men don't really respect women if you give it up too freely. That's just been my experience. I could be wrong, but that's been, I feel like, a lot of my friends and my experience.
What is the experience?
That, I don't know, I've been ghosted many times after I like gave it up too easily or too easily.
So like you hook up the first time and then you just never hear from them again, like it's a one and done. Was it a one night stand? Like same day you meet, you do it, and then they're gone, or what? Or is it even like, even if you've done 1, 2, 3, 4 dates and then you have sex, they're still gone?
It's strange because I've experienced both. Like if
Okay.
the first day I hooked up, then gone, and then also been on a few dates. They actually spent money on me, and they still like kind of like, I'm like, you're just wasting your time at that point, and wasting your money especially. But yeah, I've experienced both.
Okay. I want to open sort of that up to the rest of the panel. Have you guys had similar experiences? Here, why don't we start, we'll go
Yeah,
around
go
like
ahead.
this. Nicolette,
Similar experiences to what? Getting ghosted.
stop reading the chat, Nicolette.
Getting ghosted.
Okay, so I think your initial point was something like,
Once
Men don't like respect you if you
you-
give it up earlier, or like
Too
that's what you
soon.
tend to experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in a relationship for a really long time, so I haven't had much experience with that. So, I mean, I'm not looking for a relationship. So if I'm hanging out with a guy, it's just to like have fun and not anything serious. But if I was looking for a relationship, maybe I would like wait a little bit. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I haven't experienced it, but
so you've never hooked up with a guy and then he,
well, the guy who I dated for 7 years, I think we hooked up like one of the first few times we met, maybe like the second or third
Yeah.
time. So I don't think it matters.
okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think it matters. I think I haven't had the experience of like the relationship I was in. We hooked up the first night, and then we were together for 3 years. So
Okay, interesting. Gabby, what about you?
When I was single, I didn't really experience that. Like that didn't really make too much of a difference for me, like in terms of talking after. But my relationship now is like we hooked up one of like the first few times we hung out.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. There's a pattern.
I have mixed experience about it because I've asked men their opinions on that. If they respect a woman less if we give it up too easily. And I've had mixed opinions on that as well. Some will say yes, they do respect you less if you give it up easily, and some will say no, that they don't care. And I would say I've experienced the same thing, mixed. Some like of her experience of where it's almost like they respect you less, or like they'll ghost you, and some from the other experience as well where some people just don't care.
Okay.
And if the guy is sleeping with you on the first date too, like who is he to judge if he's also sleeping with you on the first date? Like what?
Well, it's a little different, don't you think?
It's not
No.
different at all.
men are super easy, and then girls are like
So easy.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're going to
like
say.
men like will hook up with you if you want to hook up.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, that whore, she slept with me on the first date.
I mean, I think it depends, right? It's if it could just be, hey, she's just really into me, so she wants to hook up.
Yeah, I feel like
Quick.
most men would think of it more like, oh my god, I just got laid. Like, heck yeah. They're not like, oh my god, she slept with me on the first date. Like, they're like, yeah, I just got some pussy. Like, I'm so happy.
It's more like I would not continue to pursue her because she gave it up so easily. You know what I mean?
I think it is mixed. Some guys are definitely going to think if she hooks up with me too soon, then she's just, you'll never view her in the relationship category. But I think a lot of guys too, a lot of guys don't care. Like if you hook up with, if depends on what their intention is. So if their intention going in is like, you could potentially see something with this girl, then go for it. Hook up quick.
So would you, if a girl hooked up with you on your first date, like would you look at her differently, or would you potentially like make her your girlfriend?
It wouldn't deter me from wanting to take her seriously. In my case, now if she's promiscuous, that's something else. So I think you can hook up with someone relatively quickly, and also not be super promiscuous, because look, a lot of guys don't want a girl who's sleeping around with a bunch of other dudes, don't want a high body count. I don't know how soon into the podcast you guys want to get into the body count stuff, but a lot of guys, whether you like it or not, body count's important. We want a girl with a low body count. So most men